so the alumni still stays on. So yeah, this is exciting. I'm so happy to hear such amazing things that are going on in people's lives. I know when you're starting a venture or a business, and my first worry was, guy, now will people even be interested in what I'm doing? One, people think farming is shallow. People think farming is backward. People think farming is for those people who failed in school. You know, the ones our teachers used to tell us, ati msome na nguvu ama mtakuwa mnalima, and your classmates are flying planes at the skies on top of your shamba. So, and for me to find such a response, I'm actually encouraged to keep going, and I'm hoping that we shall still be here. At least I'll still be here doing what I do, because when I started the YouTube channel, it wasn't that I was looking for, you know, socializing and all that stuff. I was just looking to encourage someone and to excite someone's life that, oh my God, you can find fun in farming. You can spare 2 hours a day or 4 hours a week and see where that is going in terms of time, because in the city we are caught up in schedules and running around and kids and just errands and errands upon errands. And so when for me it's farming time, I get to like cool down and just, you know, refocus myself, cool down my brain. Of course, I'm still doing my shopping list, but at least I get to, even if it's for 5 minutes, to be in the moment and connect with that moment. So I like that you guys are also experiencing that. I loved your quote that true abundance is impossible to experience alone. My vision board, which I should have carried for this year, the word for the year. So you know how when you're doing a vision board, you have to have one word for the year. So my word for the year, I don't know if you know this one here, is abundance. And so when you said it like that, and then you put it like it's impossible to experience this a lot, now I'm like, whoa, I hadn't even thought of it like that. I just thought I'll have just more of everything. Just not babies, I think I have enough, but more of everything. Money, if it's more rabbits, if it's more crops, if it's more acres, if it's more of everything. But I never put the concept of people, because you know, as is it Kenyans or people who are born in our generation, we think of people and we think distractions and, oh no, let me simplify my life. But when you put it like that, and I remember that I have a class that we are working with together, and I'm like, whoa, abundance, you can't really experience it to its fullest if you are alone. And I'm like, yeah, tears and emotions. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Yeah, so we'll have our next person, who is Wairimo. Wairimo, how are you? Please unmute yourself and say, what's up, what's up, what's up?
What's up, yo? Hi, Wangari. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
I am inside
Where
my
is your
rabbit
light
house.
and where is your guest?
I would try and see me. You had better see me by fire, by thunder. I'm in my rabbit house.
We are seeing you full on.
Can you see me?
Congratulations, Leo, for in the light. Good job.
Hello, Nico in the light. You know, I have to
Now
graduate
one day
in
I'm a
style.
Wastaki. Where is, I had said you invite someone. What be your plus one? She's making you guys look bad.
Oh, wacha niende nikamtafute.
It's okay. Please continue with the
I even forgot.
presentation.
Oh yeah, I'll make sure he waves before I finish.
Okay.
I have gone out. Yeah, so for me, I think like Wangari has said, my 2020, I stated that I wanted to break limitations and exploit. You know how you, and for me, I think the biggest exploits that have happened in the last 3 weeks is action. Because for a long time, I think for the last over 1 year, last year, January, wanted to do rabbits. I even got quotations, I got everything, but I never actioned. And then my kitchen garden, like you saw, it has been very disorganized, even had maize, that serious. So for me, I think the actions of just getting organized and learning how to do things right has been very effective for me in the last 3 weeks. And for me, I think Wangari, the most impressive thing is that I have actually actioned. And I think it's Wandia or somebody, I think Mercy and somebody else, they shared about your energy. That is what keeps me going. Because sometimes I'm like, now, well, I had better have somebody to tell Wangari since I haven't done anything today, So that's keeping us on check and just keeping us going and not giving up on us even when we didn't do what we were supposed to do on time. So for me, this has been a very helpful class in the sense that I'm also able to see my colleagues breaking ground and doing stuff, which was also very challenging, because when you see your colleague doing and you're in the same class and you haven't done, it kind of wakes you up. And though I have been wanting to go into professional farming, I think the eye-opening, the learning from even Prime Farmer and all the information you've given us has made me wake up, that you can't just wake up and become an international farmer overnight. There is so much, and beginning from just this kitchen, that I need to put in place. So I think for me, I'm also, the other thing I've learned is the discipline. Like you have said, every week you have to allocate time. So I've realized that you can't just get it done. You just have to allocate time. And yeah, so I'm in point 4. I think the other thing that I have learned is to recycle stuff. I used to throw away garlic when it starts to sprout because I never thought it would grow in my garden, and I've never even tried. And ginger, so if they've sprouted, I'll just throw them away. And then bananas, we eat a lot of bananas. I've never made use of those peels. I mean, there's so much small little things that I've learned. The eggs. So my children have joined in. You should see my son collecting all the eggshells and taking them to the garden, crushing them onto the soil. I mean, this and now they are so excited about restructuring of the garden. So they keep saying, are we going to the farm today? Are we arranging the farm today, ma'am? And that is very, very exciting to just see us doing it as a family. And initially, Wangari, yesterday, I think the day before yesterday, I said, Wangari, how much did it cost you? Because I think in my mind, I was thinking of some half the costs. So when I was given the quotation initially, I was like, no way. So when I called Wangari, then my husband said, okay, I'm going to support you. So he gave me the support so that I don't pull out. I was about to pull out from the project of rabbits. I was like, all that money. So yeah, it's been nice. It's been good. And Wangari, I don't know where you're going, but I know God is taking you somewhere because of your selflessness. You've given us so much for that 2-5. It feels like we just, but I know we may not pay you for what the information you gave us, but I know that God will pay you in so many other ways. He will, just grow you through us. I pray that we shall be networks that God will use you to grow you in so many other ways. And I also pray that, one of the other things that drove me into wanting to farm was because of my own health. I wanted to, how I've been eating very healthy, trying, but I also haven't been disciplined. But I have realized that, even as I'm following Jane Mukami's for those disciplines that I want to learn, and even with farming, no discipline, no results. So I am very excited. This journey has begun, and I thank God for COVID, because were it not for COVID, maybe we would have never gotten even time to give to this lesson. So for us, I think it's a turning point. We will always look at COVID-19 as a beneficiary to our growth and our turning point. And thank you for giving your time, the info. I know how to make yogurt now. I know how to do the smoothie, and I can't wait to partnership with my organization so that we can help more women. And the thing is that I am also excited because as you teach, I'll be part of your example to the women as you teach. So it will be more, the points will come home better. So I am happy, my family is happy, and I think finally my husband is also very happy to see me execute things that I have always told him, we can do farming, we will do this, we can do this, but I never quite action. But this time I am learning, and also to put value. I remember you shared something about when you're doing the yogurt, I think, on how to, so now I now know, because we have cows back at home, we now know even how to add value to that maziwa and probably give somebody employment back home. They can add value to that maziwa and improve. And I mean, the lessons are endless. I know I can talk forever, but I just want you to know that this it will be in my history. It will go down in my books as my turning point. And the results is that this house will be ready on Wednesday. So I'll show you. And of course, the next journey, I'm coming down to get the mother rabbits. I've put a big one so that it can take many rabbits, and so that it makes sense. I don't want to do just one rabbit to excite my spirit. I just want to go full, if just have the project go through, and then of course improve my kitchen garden, and then by next year, God willing, we can start now doing the bigger farming from a certain point of herbs. Maybe we can begin with one herb, but I have a few herbs for my drinking tea. I have my own lemongrass, I have my rosemary, I have aloe vera, and I'll improve. I think by the next 2 months, we'll be sharing a lot of results here with our classmates. So we can keep the group is allowed just to share results and encourage one another. Thank you, and God bless you. Yeah. Any question? I don't know if I answered all the questions.
That was
Mm-hmm.
amazing. Wow. And thank you for your prayer. Like, Asante. And to say hello to people. Come and say hi. This is my son. He always interrupts my Zoom call.
Hi, sweetie. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's downstairs. Oh, sorry. Ask Daddy to help
Hi, mommy.
Yeah. So I'm so excited. I remember that was amazing, and your prayers, amen, amen, amen. Because I think for me, and I hope I never lose this because of commercialization, I hope I will always stay true to why I'm doing this. I'm doing this to recruit more farmers. I'm doing this to create more passion. I'm doing this to create diversity. I know what farming did for me when I was retrenched and I was bored in the house and I didn't have money, and I had to start something, because I feel like that's where most people who are unemployed or retrenched feel. They are feeling like, okay, what business can I start that won't use a lot of transport? It will be where I am, and that kind of thing. But I'm also amazed to see people, amazing women who are going places. I am obviously going to, I want all of us who are in cohort 1 to start a project for herb farming, but potted farm farming for sale to our neighbors, because we come from all over the country. We have different markets, so that will be exciting to see. And definitely the alumni stays on. I am excited to hear about the rabbits, so let me know immediately it's done. We go down and we go select the best rabbits. Hopefully we'll be able to share with the class about that. I love rabbits because they're kind of effortless, and I make my son work. So
Wow. Yes.
it's work for children as well, and
Wow.
they're not, like, for even when my worker is away, I'm able to still manage to do, because I used to have cows and it used to be very rough, because you have to clean the shed at least. If they're in your compound, you have to make sure you clean the shed every day. If they're outside, you still have to clean, but like once a week. But then you have to milk ng'ombe haziwezi lala na maziwa, you have to feed them, and it's a lot of, But with the rabbits, you just go get a few weeds in the shamba, you throw them, give them some pellets, some water, and they're good for the whole day. And then tomorrow, it's just, I find it enjoyable. And when kids come for the farm visits, they're just in love. I don't know what Hollywood has done to children and rabbits.
Wow.
So yeah, it's good to create that romance as well, because that's how now they start getting interest in other people. And then also, the problem with my rabbit farming, it's not profitable, because every time he has kids, I give them away to relatives, and I'm like, oh, Tenda, you want a rabbit? Oh, for sure, you can have one, at least one. So I need to get serious with that, but I hope I never lose that. And if I do, one of you should walk up to me and tell me, hey, Bana, you are losing the fire. Because I feel like that's a bigger calling than just money. And I accept the blessing and the opportunities that are coming. Remember, what we shared is that everyone has to be ready to receive. Don't be too modest to receive blessings, to receive whatever is coming your way. If it's coming, receive it and say, yeah. Because at Kuyos, we want to be modest, and we want to say, kumeharibika squeezy. No, I want us to say, yes, by now I'm boiling, I'm doing good, and I'm busy, and I'm happy, and I'm fulfilled. And so I hope that you also take those things away from the lessons of the challenge. I am pretty excited that you guys joined and had faith, and you are the first group. And maybe from here on, it will change, but I'm happy that you allowed yourself to be part of the training group. So I'm seeing like all the guys who were up for that, for the presentation, have already presented. Thank you so much, Wairimo, for your input. It was very great. And the action, and there's something you mentioned about spouses. My spouse is is also having those times where you are sanguine, you wake up with an idea, you wake up every day, every morning, there's no continuity and follow up. And Jana, we dreamt this dream, and this is how we actualize it, and then day 3 we actually get to getting our hands dirty. So I wrote an article one time about letting thoughts simmer in your head before sharing it with anyone, and anyone includes your spouse. And one of my friends was very surprised, because he's one of those people who was like me before I knew that trick. I would just share everything, and I would just share, and then my spouse would get confused, because they're like, okay, do you want us to do something? Because when the action oriented, and then you're like, no, I just want you to listen, and they're like, and now I learned that it's okay to listen to yourself first and let it simmer. And then when you have decided what to do, then share with them. Unless you want their opinion, then that's when you share it, when it's still simmering. But if you don't want their opinion, it's okay to allow yourself to have those internal conversations first. Yeah, am I making sense, guys?
Sense.
Yes.
Yes.
So in farming, it's the same way, because you're like, hey, and have you seen this? And we go to Galleria. There is this new mall, I think it's called Waterfall. Those guys, Waterfront, yeah. There is a vendor there who does herbs, and I'm like telling my husband, hey, we should do something like this. And then he's just looking at me, and he's like, you already were overwhelmed as it is. And so some of these things, to avoid discouragement, I've just learned how to make a note to myself, let it digest. If I plan to action it, if I need his help, then I will allow him to come in. Wow. But basically, that was the graduation cocktails. As you can see, the parade didn't show you lazima atarudisha deposit for the guys. But it's been an exciting night. It's been a great one hour, and I just wanted to rehash what the course is about. If you know someone who might be going through, want someone to go through the journey and the hand-holding with them, if there is a 21-day challenge, like if you guys want to go to the next level, we can do it together. And if you guys would like the ebook, it's going for 450 shillings. It's a
Okay.
very exciting book. I just
Okay.
gave, yes. And guys, there is Farmer on Fire on YouTube. Please subscribe. Always go there, like 85 videos so far. So go there, try and see as much as you
Yeah.
can. Try and let it play, because there is a
Mm.
lot of information there that I have shared, and
agree.
because I think why it's easy for me to share a lot. I started with YouTube, and YouTube is about sharing with no expectation.
Yes.
So I think I got into that
Yes.
culture that I don't need to be paid to share. So I hope I never lose that. But thank you guys. Thank you, Irimo. Thank you, Wadia. Thank you, Mercy. Thank you, Sadia, for presenting today, and to the rest of the classmates. They're not here, but still we'll get to them and wish them a good journey in their farming adventure. So if anyone has a question, it would be great if you would raise your hand or let us know what you think.
How do I raise my hand?
You're unmuted.
I'm on phone. Oh, I've seen it. I can talk. Okay.
I see your hand, yes.
Trust me, a sanguine, yes. Okay, so for me, I think it's a challenge. Because personally, I want to sponsor one student to your school. I even don't have anyone in mind, but I'm going to check around my friends, my circles, to see somebody interested in farming or who is already doing farming, just to come and get empowered. And I would challenge my fellow farmers that if we can do the same, we just beginning by growing your network by sponsoring someone. And then we prepare, once we get our first, I think, harvest or, of this season of what we are planting and replanting, I hope we can go into the next level together. Thank you.
Wow, Wairimu, thank you so much for being abundant and philanthropic. That's amazing. The person will learn a lot. Yes. There's someone who mentioned something about the farming tours. You guys would be interested with that, because we can just start mapping out.
Of course. Oh, sure. Oh, sure. Yes.
Every weekend to go in each candidate's house, and we just learn and give them advice on how to improve, what to add there. Because sometimes the biggest challenge with urban farming is space. So if you go and you find Wangari has fitted all this in an ace, then you're like, okay, even me,
yes.
I can tracking and find a way to aesthetically do farming from where I am. So thank you so much. Wow, that's amazing. Yes, tours will be fun. Mercy, we are even interested to come and see how your business runs, because you see, one day we'll be vegetable distributors all around Nairobi. So we want to see how you go about it, how you talk to other farmers to get your supplies. Maybe possibly we can become your suppliers.
Yes, yes, I think that would be nice, for sure, for sure. Yeah, so I think it's a good idea, and even now people are welcome to. They have something to offload. Of course, we say start with yourself, eat, and then the rest you sell. So if you have more to eat and to sell, let's talk. Yeah, thank you.
Sawa. I'd like to see that lettuce salad that you're talking about. It sounds yummy. Maybe you can show us how you prepare yours. You unmute yourself?
Yes, I've unmuted.
The salad.
You asked a question?
The salad.
Oh, the salad.
Yeah, some lettuce.
Yes, I'll share some photos. We did some yesterday, and for me, salads is more of it's more of mixing. I think for me, it's the colors. So long as there's more colors, the better. Yeah, and then the taste.
Will you share with that on your social media as well?
Yes, I'll share in the group. Yes, I'll share in the group.
Okay, awesome. I love that. I love
yes,
salad.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. And Nemo also, Nemo, you promised
Yes.
us food presentation.
Oh, yes, Mwalim. I will make sure. I will
The
send some
soup
photos.
doesn't
Yes.
touch the
Eh?
non-soup and all
The
that.
soups. Yes, I'll
Eh,
send some photos.
please do. I'm seeing Pamela's comment. Oh, thank you, Pamela, for your comment. You're saying it's great amount of information and knowledge. Keep it up. I think please reach out so that I can just talk with you, Pamela, just on one-on-one. It's exciting to see you here, and I think I saw you last time, so I'm always excited for that. So I think if
2 minutes.
yes, is there anyone with a question?
Yes.
Yes.
Wangari.
Yes.
Okay, I just want my spouse to say hi. I don't know if you can see us.
Oh, your
Can you?
+1 came. Nice.
My +1. Can you see him?
Hi.
He's the
Hi, how
fuel
are
behind the
you?
rabbits and the. You can say hi.
We would like to hear your voice and what you think about this lady's Corona adventures.
What do you think about the whole project?
Oh, hi everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
It's good to see each and every one of you. I think my wife has really been excited about what's been going on here. And my guess is she has shown you some of the projects that are going on here. And so we're really looking forward to seeing some positive results in a few months' time, hopefully. And I just want to wish each and everyone here all the very best in their ventures.
Nice. So were you skeptical when she was starting this whole thing?
No, I wasn't. I think she just has it in her blood. It was only a matter of time before she went practical with the whole plan. So I'm very expectant. In fact, I'm expecting very good results from this whole process.
Yay, that's great. That is awesome to find a supportive spouse. That is amazing. And we are glad that you're here for the graduation. Cocktails ziko kwa njia, mnaishi wapi? Wairimu?
Stay.
Oh, he asked. We are in Shags. We are
The
in
cocktails
Kiambu.
are en route.
Yes.
For the cheers of the graduation,
Hata
but we are so happy that
inaitangwa really GPS hakuna.
stay strong. The further you are from civilization, the more space
The
you
better.
have to farm. Sindio?
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree
Yes,
totally.
I'm happy. I'm happy to see that you have support, and we need to group you guys with accountability partners, even with the alumni, so that the energy is still warm. Yeah?
Yes.
So at least you can say that he is your accountability partner, or you can someone else who you can say in the next month for June, this is what I target to do. And then they can keep checking on, even I can be accountability partner for everyone, but it's good to have that one-on-one of that person who's checking. Ulisema June imeisha, sasa ni media, what are you doing with your life? That kind of idea. That we can
agree.
do as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I hope the others will also agree so that we can keep the energy going. It's not just a class, it's a thing, it's a verb, it's a doing thing that we hope one day will be doing great exploits from this small challenge.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. I'm seeing a comment from Wandia saying good idea. Good idea about the accountability partners. About what? Please unmute yourself and clarify.
Yes. About the accountability partners, because it's easy to lose the momentum once we get off the challenge and other things come and take up our time. But to keep us going, I think it is important to pair us up with an accountability partner.
Okay, awesome. I like that. So when we get offline, I will try and see how best to match up people and just someone who at the end of every maybe 2 weeks or 1 month, we can be checking to see where are we at, what was set before, and did you achieve that goal or not, and why, and how can we help and support in that, yeah? Yes, so the Zoom call is ending in 2 minutes, but I'm going to end it before it interrupts us abruptly. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed your challenge and had a great month. I think we were busy. We didn't really experience the heartache of COVID. So I think being busy is good because then time moves and you get to do things and you get to meet your goals. So I'm happy that you guys also challenged me. You see, the one thing, if COVID was not here, I would not have thought about an online class of farming because me, I'm a practical, shika, ujue jembe inashikangwa hivi na hivi, then you move it like this. But then we had to work with what we had. And so COVID helped, and also me looking forward to every morning waking up early to make sure that I've sent the challenge for the day was pretty exciting for me. So I want to thank you for that, for making me overcome my fears. It was a bravity, is that a word? It was a brave challenge for myself as well, and just push boundaries and just going beyond my fear. What? It's not a word. I'm seeing people laughing, but they're muted. Oh dear, is it a word?
Yes, brevity is a word. B-R-E-V-I-T
yes.
is a word.
Okay, awesome. So thank you. I'll get the recordings. There are 2 of them, and I'll share them with the group. So guys, have a good night. And let's clap for everyone. Unmute yourself, clap, and say good night to everyone. Thank you, Andrea, and other participants.
Good night,
everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, classmates. Bye.
And thank you for inviting us.
Someone is saying something. Okay, bye. Good night.
Bye, Wangari. Bye.
Let us
Thanks.
leave. All right, bye.